We all make mistakes in triathlon, but hopefully we learn from them. But they do make some good stories. So we've gone and spoken to the pros. We've asked them what is their worst ever triathlon mistake. And we've also asked them what they wish they'd have known when they first started triathlon. What is your worst ever triathlon mistake during a race?
Got a few. Off the top of my head for this race, last year I forgot my goggles, swim hat and number belt and everything.
What is your worst ever triathlon mistake?
Ooh. I'm German, I'm not making mistakes, man. No. I mean, to be honest, I think the last time when I really messed something up is quite some time ago. But I think the very first time I raced here actually in Roth, my coach still has the printed out thing on his desk, and it was after the half marathon where I started the half marathon with 1:16, and it said predicted end time 7 hours 32 minutes, and well, I found out that there's a tunnel and then a pretty solid wall on the run course, so just going too hard is probably the most common mistake.
I don't know, I think it's just when you're not prepared. I mean, I had a mistake, like I come to transition, I forgot my nutrition and I was running around and asking everyone and got mix of gel, I forgot my helmet, and I think I did all kinds of mistakes, but nothing like what really prevented me to race.
Yeah, I forgot my passport, had to get friends to put them on the train to get to me, and then the train didn't split and ended up passport going on a little tour.
Oh, my very first triathlon, I was dismounting and I just, tried to ride the pedal and got my legs all tangled up and just fell badly. So that was the most embarrassing thing. And I actually did that in my first Ironman. I forgot I had a rear bottle, hit the leg as I was coming over and fell down. So I did that first Ironman and my first triathlon. I ate it dismounting.
Missing flights on the way back, missing flights on the way out. God, yeah.
So if you make it to a race with all your kit, we're on for a good one.
Yeah, that would be. It's not often that happens.
After the T2, so I ran out for my second run and I ran out with my helmet on my head. And people said, your helmet! And those helmets these days are, well, back then as well, they're so light. So I just ran out of transition to go for the second run. And I ran out with my helmet on my head. So that's the worst, most stupid mistake that I can think of, yeah.
When I was a real amateur, I forgot to take my helmet off and did the run with the helmet on.
You're not the first one to do it.
I slept in. The first race I was meant to do as a professional, I literally slept through my alarm. I was in Chattanooga, it was a couple of years ago, and I had a hotel right on the start, and my bike, I was never more organised for a race, and I even had my bike pointing towards the door because we got to take them that morning for transition, oatmeal in the microwave, everything ready to go. And I heard the starter cannon go, and I'd slept through my alarm 2 or 3 hours before. I mean, I'd come from the West Coast. No excuse. That was my first attempt at racing professional. I never even made the start line. So suffice to say, now we've got plenty of alarms. We've got wake-up calls. We've got, this house will light up like a Christmas tree at 3:30 in the morning. I tell you that for free.
In an Xterra, one of the few Xterras I've done, I ran out of transition with my swim skin still around my waist over my shorts.
Did you turn back?
I did. Jody was actually there in the first couple of 100 meters and was like, James, your swim skin. And I actually stopped. I left the bike, ran back, put the swim skin, and then ran back. I didn't quite do the Rasmus Henning and do the whole of the Kona course with it, but I did run out of transition with my swim skin over my shorts.
Okay, I'm sure you've learned a lot over the years. What do you wish you'd known going back to when you started?
I went pro way too young. So if I could speak to my younger self, I would say it's okay to just have fun with the sport for a few years and not take it too seriously at first. So that's what I wish I could have gone back and said to my younger self, is just have fun for a few years. You don't have to be a pro triathlete at 14. It's okay to be a kid for a little bit, but that's what I wish I could go back and do.
I just wish I'd got into the sport earlier. I think that's probably the main thing. I wish I'd discovered it at a much younger age.
and being able to just spend more time doing this, because it's absolutely awesome. And the races that are around the world, like this race here in Challenge Roth and Challenge Wanaka, and again sort of Ironman New Zealand and Australia, and the races that I've done and love, I wish I just had those opportunities earlier, really.
Oh, you know what? I don't think anything. I love the challenge, and no one has it perfect. I mean, no one comes from the perfect background. You have your great cyclists, you have your great swimmers, you have your great, runners, you have people that are obviously brilliant with nutrition, and you just throw everyone in the one pot and you get what you get. You get an amazing sport. So, yeah, I mean, obviously there's, I wish I knew that, but honestly, I think I've got my own sort of flavour that I bring to the sport and my own way of racing, and I hope that makes it more exciting, and that's what I'm here to do, try and put on a show.
Well, of course, in racing you learn every time. I'm still learning, even with racing so long. Maybe like that you have to be patient for especially a long distance race. Like in the beginning I came from duathlon, so that's really a hard speed, a different, way faster speed. So that you have to be patient in a long distance race, and that the race just ends at the finish line, right? And that there's so much things that can happen. So probably a thing like that, yeah.
And what do you wish you'd have known looking back on your triathlon history? Maybe training, racing?
Wow, that's a really difficult question to put me on the spot with. I wish I'd not been so worked up about like results and stuff, because at the end of the day you look back and only your good results matter, and all the bad results don't. And I've gone off the rails because I got so depressed about a bad result. None of it really matters. It only matters if you win. So that's probably the best lesson I should have had 10 years ago.
Cool. Right, that's been really funny. And you guys actually doubted us on the running out of transition with your helmet on. And we had 2 pros there that did just that. We also had forgetting a passport, so you couldn't even get a race. That's pretty bad. Personally, my biggest mistake, well, I think we've all seen it actually, not being able to mount my bike right. That's quite embarrassing. We'd like to hear your mistakes as well, so please drop them in the comments section below. Also, what you wish you'd have known when you first started triathlon. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more from GTN, just click on the globe and subscribe. If you'd like to see another Ask the Pros, just click down here. And probably a video that I should have watched is how to do a flying mount, and you can see that by clicking down here.